and he's talked to you guys before, so we're going for, you know, second round out of however many he'd like to have with us.
I wish I could. Yeah.
So please welcome him as he is part of our current FIU baseball program.
Yeah. No, thank you guys. Thank you for taking the time. I'll keep it short today. I know you guys have a 6 o'clock scrimmage. I know we met a couple months ago and we talked about sacrifice, sorry about that, and focus, and really being the first team that gets to Omaha. You guys have an amazing challenge in front of you this year, and you guys get to do something that nobody's ever done, and that's get to the College World Series. I think you already know that there's a lot of people across the country that don't think you guys are good enough. But that doesn't really matter, because what really matters is that everybody inside this dugout knows that you're good enough to be there. You guys got the talent, you guys got the mindset, you guys got every single resources, and there is no reason why you guys can't give yourself the best shot to get to Omaha. There's 3 things I want to share with you. If you guys play, and it's the same thing in life, guys, if you guys play every single pitch as if knowing that every single pitch in every single game will matter, if you can take your focus to that level and not give up on one pitch, there can't be room for error there. You're going to win a lot of ball games, and you're going to dictate the game, because a lot of people are going to break mentally. And what's going to separate the people that go to Omaha and the people that don't is who's going to be the strongest mentally. You guys got all the talent in the world to get there. A lot of you guys are going to play in the minor leagues. Some of you, God willing, will be a Major League Baseball player. Some of you are going to be amazing businessmen, teachers, but it's all going to be mindset. And you have to, it's going to start with the first pitch on February 14th. You have to set the tone, and you have to let everybody know that you're in town, and everybody needs to feel your presence. And they're going to feel your presence when they see your focus, when you're pitching, when you're on defense, and they realize that these guys don't give up on any single pitch, no matter what happens, whether they're down 10 or up 10. If you're up 10, bury them. Bury them. Because if not, they're going to want to bury you. And if you're down 10, come together and don't give up on any single pitch. Take every single pitch to the bottom of the 9th inning until the last out. We all know that in baseball, crazy things can happen. Right when you think the game is over, things can happen. So I really feel that it's something I want to share with you guys, is just, and I wish I would have done this as a player. I do it in my business career now, but I didn't have the self-awareness at the age of 20 and 19 and 21 that I have today. So I want to share it with you because it's so important. Every single pitch will matter. You guys don't have room for error. And if you do that, you're going to put a lot of pressure on your opponents, and eventually they're going to break. Okay? Sorry about that. And this will all come down to your sacrifice. And this is where I really want to just hit on today. Your sacrifice, guys, is, and I said this the first time, I brought you guys some sticky notes, and Johnny will hand them out, because I really want you guys to have this in your locker room. I want you guys each to write down your why. You have to have a purpose in as to why you're here every single day. Why is it that you're busting your ass? Why is it that you're getting your ass kicked in the weight room? Why is it that you're here? And that why is going to be personal. It's going to fluctuate from person to person, and it's okay. There's no why that's wrong, okay? But in the end, you need to know why it is that you're giving up everything that you have for this season to win a championship. And that's what it takes to be great. It really comes down to really what is it that you guys want the most, okay? You guys are in college. Some of you guys are seniors. This is your last hurrah. Okay? This is an amazing time in your life. Have fun, enjoy the college atmosphere. But when you step into this dugout, you got to understand your why. And it needs to be relentless. It needs to be like something so strong, and it's a conviction that's so real that you're willing to do anything and everything that's in your way to get there. If you guys do that, if you guys really understand your why in your heart and in your spirit, and you guys listen to your coaches, and you guys do not give up on any single pitch, whether there's nobody watching you or whether there's 10,000 people watching you, you're going to get to Omaha. You're going to win games. And you're going to shock the world. You have what it takes. And I'm going to say a bad word right now, but it needs to be fucking relentless. It needs to be something that is unique, different, and real. It's got to be that bad. When people come play you, they're going to know it's going to be 9 innings of baseball. These people are crazy. And you're not. You're just focused. You're smart. You're within. You have a focused mindset that can stay within himself. You don't allow your emotions to get the best of you. You know, I was talking to Coach Omar about, he said something to me that I wish I would have heard, how he's able to tell kids, you know, and hitters, you know, you have 3 different personalities when you're a batter. When you have 1 strike, you're 1 hitter. When you have 2 strikes, you're another hitter. I mean, that's amazing, guys. He's teaching you guys how to dictate the game. You can't allow nobody to dictate the game for you. Okay, and even as a hitter, I mean, I was a hitter. I mean, the worst thing you want to do is you go up to bat and have a pitcher tell you how how it's going to work today. No, he's going to play. He's going to run your show. You own that plate, and vice versa when the guy's on the mound. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I believe in you guys. There's a lot of people. I've spoken to a lot of alumni. There's a whole lot of eyes on you. And if you can do that, if you can really, and I go back to this, guys, if you guys can play it pitch by pitch and not give up on any single pitch, this is going to be the most special year in FIU baseball. It will be. And you guys will carry a legacy that's on forever. Think about that. When you guys play today, take that. When you guys play against each other, try to kick each other's ass. Start today pitch by pitch. Every pitch matters. There's nothing that can distract you. There's no outside environmental issues that can distract you. You guys are a family. If there's issues, you guys communicate. There's going to be adversity, guys. Life happens. You guys will face adversity. But know that you have the resources, you have leaders, you have coaches that you can go to and you can speak to and you can talk to. Use those resources. Don't drown in your own emotions. When things aren't going well, reach out. Coach, how can we work? How can I get better? Here's another thing. As an ex-player that I wish I would have learned, that I apply in my career, that I didn't apply in baseball. And I was telling Omar, and it's, as a hitter, I remember, you go 0 for 3. And I'd be in a batting cage after the game until 12 o'clock at night. I look back, I don't know if that was the smartest thing for me to do. Maybe I should have gone back and reflected on my at-bat. Where did I miss my pitch? Because in reality, it was all mental. This is all going to be mental for you guys. This is not going to be physical. As I've said this the first time, I'll say it again. You guys can play. It's why you're here. It's why you guys have a uniform. It's now going to be who is the better team mentally, not physically. There will be teams that will have more talent than you, but it doesn't mean that they're going to be better and more talented mentally. Be the most talented team mentally on the field. Baseball is a mental game. People break, people get soft in this game real fast because the game doesn't feel sorry for you. It doesn't feel sorry for nobody. It's a game of failure, and it's not going to change today, and it's never going to change. Accept that and adapt to that and say, okay, if I can be strong mentally and not allow my failures on the field, actually invite them so you can learn, you're going to be that much better off. So, you know, as an outsider looking in, my challenge to you guys is that you guys win the mental game of baseball this year. If you guys win the mental game of baseball, it's going to be the most special year in FIU baseball. It's going to come down to mindset, focus, and sacrifice. That's it. It ain't rocket science. If you do that, it's going to be a fun year. That's all I want to tell you guys, man. Okay?
Are there any questions that you would like to ask? I know you sometimes get on your own little bubble, but
Yeah.
ask the questions right now. And this is, and I told you last time, but he's not just a former player. He's a very, very successful business owner, by the way. And people that succeed in life, he's succeeded in baseball, not succeeded in life. Those are the things that you have to look forward to, that you're not really thinking about. But what you do here and how you win here and how you're relentless here, you will also carry that on into your daily life. And that's what he has done. So he's just not just preaching and just telling you things that he doesn't actually do today. But it applies to you in the baseball field as it applies to him in his business, and the way that he carries himself and his team. Because we talked about it, he considers his people as a team, his employees as a team, and his partners as a team. So I think it's important that you guys ask the right questions so that you know what not only baseball is like, but how do I move to be successful after baseball is done as well. So, it's your turn. It's time that you become adults. You want to be the adult, right?
I'll give you guys a prime example. This is a real example. This week has been the most stressful week in my career, business-wise. By far, not even close, for good things. Don't think that winning doesn't come with pain, by the way. As a matter of fact, sometimes being on top is a very lonely place, okay? The difference is, right before I walked into this stadium, I was in a very tough, uncomfortable conversation. And I had to have the ability of being able to turn that off to focus on what I'm here for and what you guys deserve. And it's no difference than what you guys are going to experience. You know, you may get a phone call the day of your game that makes you upset emotionally for whatever reason. And that's okay, because we're human. But you're going to have the ability of not allowing the outside distraction to affect you at the plate, to affect you on the mound, to affect your game. And that's what it takes. I mean, those major leaguers think about a big leaguer, right? He's married, he's got kids, he has a family. You think that every day for him is roses? I'm sure there's a lot of guys that go up to bat with heavy hearts. And they have to know and have to have the ability and the mental fortitude to be able to separate that. And that's what I'm saying. Whoever wins the mental game this year is going to win. Is going to get to Omaha. There are many teams across the country that are very talented, right? That's a very fair statement. Now the statement becomes, who's the strongest mentally? And that, to me, being the strongest mentally is just having a sense of focus that's so relentless that it's a game changer, because it's like having a guy who goes up to bat and he just doesn't give up. Yeah, eventually a pitcher's like, no matter what I do to this guy, he's all over me. Now there are going to be days where you don't feel that. You don't feel as confident. You don't feel like you have your best game. That's when you really find out who you are. Because you can't express that to the opponent, right? You don't want to show him weakness. You got to take a deep breath. You got to really go back to your why and say, okay, you know what? I'm not at my best right now, and it's okay. Because it's a game of failure. I mean, we all know that. This is a game of failure. You're going to fail much more than you're going to succeed. But your body language, your body posture, how you go about your business, if that doesn't change, no one's going to know the difference. And it's going to feel that much better when you're in those moments of weakness that you come through and that you're able to succeed. And that's when you really start to build something special.
I know you said about how this like week has been tough in your business. What was something that like maybe you do in like within your business with all your employees, or something that you've done like when you played that we could kind of take away from like when times get tough?
I don't make it about me. I realize that everything I'm doing is just not about me, and I put the program, which is my company, above everything, and I focus on what's best for the company and not what's best for Fernie or for Lewis. And if I do that, then good things start to happen. I never make it about me. I make it about, I had a junior college coach, Mike Jones, who's actually still the junior college coach at Western Nebraska Community College. And I was best coach I ever played for. And he looked at me one time and he said, if my freshman year, I did very well. And if you looked at a lot of my at-bats, I came through in very close situations, and it really came down to, if there was a man on second base and there was no outs, I was literally up there. I'm 6'2", 215, and I could hit a ball 400 feet, and I was trying to move the guy over. And by me trying to do that, I ran into a double. I ran into a jack. If I went up there to try to make it about me, is when I got myself in trouble. So one of the things I learned was just don't make it about you. Play the game. The game is just, the game has a lot more resources and it's grown, guys, but baseball's, artificial intelligence ain't gonna outgrow baseball, okay? You can have, charts and whatever you wanna have. That's great, solid information, you should take advantage of it. But the game of baseball is, it's a round ball and a round bat. The game is just much bigger than anything. So when you don't make it about you, you put yourself in a position to succeed. I think that when you get selfish, is when you sacrifice the integrity of the team, and there can't be room for that. Everybody has a job, and everybody knows their job. And if you do that, and you focus to what it is that you're supposed to do, and you play your game, if you're a guy that drops bombs, drop bombs. If you're a guy that hits the ball in the gap, hit the ball in the gap. But don't try to be something you're not, because that's when you're gonna get yourself in trouble. It's like the guy who walks around life faking it. Don't fake it. Play your game. Use Wayne Gretzky said something that I heard that was unbelievable. He said, I was a really bad defensive hockey player. Horrible. And he was never exposed to it because he always set the game up for him to be on the offensive side of the hockey stick. And it was genius what he said, because he's like, dude, if you put me on the defensive side, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. But if I'm able to control the hockey putt, then I like my chances. So it's the same concept. It's, don't make it about you. You play your game. If you're a guy that, that can run and steal bases, run and steal bases. If you're a guy who doesn't steal bases, don't try to be the guy that steals bases. Play your game. Stick to your game. Believe in this is what you do. Be who you are. Be real to you. Put FIU above you. And that's when you get drafted. And that's when good things happen. And that's when you hit the ball in the gap. But when you make it about you, that's when again, you sacrifice the integrity of the program, and the program can't move forward because you've made it about you. And good things start to happen when you take your eyes off yourself, man. So.
Captain anything? President? He's the president of the Players Union.
He is?
Fernie, thank you.
You're welcome, guys.
I'm sure you'll be here tomorrow, right?
Yes, I will be.
All right, good. We got good food, good game.
I don't want to hit against these guys.
Yeah. Except leading up. But thank you again. We appreciate it. And we gotta set a date for halfway through the season when we're succeeding. We need another kick.
I won't be here opening weekend, guys. I'm actually out of town on work the 14th, but I'll be watching online and following you guys. But I'll be here the week after that. And I got a couple of friends of mine who, actually Dennis and Lewis are in Orlando this week, and they were gonna try to make it tomorrow. But Dennis is so just so you know, my best friend's he's not afraid to tell everybody that at FIU he holds the stolen base record. He tells everybody that. It's unbelievable, to this day. So who's the guy that can break it? Please do it, dude. Please do it.
How many is it?
I think he had 60 something.
What you got? Huh?
It was him. Well, he broke. So Willie, he broke Barry. He broke Barry Polk's record. I think it's a year.
But it was for 4 years.
It may have. Yeah, it's there.
100 and something. 100 and something.
I think it was Barry who, Barry Polk passed away. Did you know that?
We're gonna break everybody's record because we're making it to Roma. Easy fucking record. We're gonna break.
Dude, please do that because I have a 6-year-old son who loves baseball, and I would love to take him to Omaha. And I am not going to Omaha unless I'm wearing an FIU hat. I'm going with you guys. We'll charter a nice plane.
I got him excited. They're all quiet.
Put that on paper now.
You can put that in paper, bro.
Listen, we make it to Omaha. The charters will be lining up there. I'm sure a lot of people.
Yeah. It'll be awesome, guys. You got.
Waiting for this.
We're not flying Southwest when we go to Omaha.
Nah.
Omar's gonna take a boat. You're going with them.
Thank you, Fernie.
You're welcome, guys.
As always, you're the best.
Thank you, guys.